Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how you can do color grade in Davinci Resolve. So firstly, open your Davinci Resolve and make sure to import your video, and for doing that just simply right click on your media pool and click on import media. Then just simply select your media and hit open, and the media will be imported. Now after the media is imported, just simply drag and drop onto the timeline. Now after that, just simply go to the colors tab over here. So this is the place where we are going to do the color correction. Now firstly, this footage is a S-Log footage. So I would advise you to use S-Log footage in your recordings, because S-Log footage has a high dynamic range and you can tweak the colors in that particular video as much and how much you may like. So now the first thing that you have to do after exporting the footage, which you can see over here, what you have to do is just simply use a color transform. So there are many ways for doing that, but the method that I like is just simply go to effect and scroll down, and you will find color space transform. Now just simply drag and drop this effect onto your clip. So before any changes, you have to make some tweaks over here. So let's do that. So firstly, in input color space, just simply click on the drop box and choose S gamut 3. Now for the input gamma, Sony S-Log 3. Now for the outer color space, choose REC 709, which is over here. Just simply choose this one. And for the output gamma, again REC 709. After that, just simply scroll down. Then click on gamut mapping method over here and click on saturation. And for the tone mapping method, just simply leave it as it is. You don't have to do anything. So after doing all of that, it's pretty much done over here. Now just simply remove the effects panel from here. Now as you can see, there is a huge difference from the initial footage that we were looking at. So now let's tweak our colors a little bit more. Now the first thing that you have to do is just simply drag this node to the end, and then just simply hold Shift and S on a keyboard to make a serial node. Then move it forward. Now over here in this node, we will start tweaking our colors. Now the first thing that I'm going to change is the exposure, because it's a little too dark. Changing the exposure, what you can do is just simply scroll the wheel over here for the offset bar. You can do it with the mouse by just holding and shifting from left to right, as you can see in the image, or you can just simply use the scroll wheel instead. You can use both the methods, whichever you may like. So just simply tweak it as you may like. Now after that, when you're done with your offset, right click on your node and just simply label it. Let's say exposure. Now let me show you how it was and how it is now. So now this was the footage, how it originally looked, and this is how it looks now. But there are more changes that we have to do. So for doing that, we have to create a new node which is going to be ahead of it. So for doing that, just simply hit Alt plus S on your keyboard and it will make a new node in front of him. So now just simply name it, let's say temperature and saturation. Now let's do the correction over here in this new node. Now for changing the temperature and saturation, just simply increase the values over here. It will make your scene more lighter or darker, it's up to that. So choose accordingly and see how much you like. Now let's change the temperature over here. So make the changes as you may like. So now after making the changes, let me show you how it looks. So this was the image previously and this is how it looks now. So there is a very subtle change, if you can see that. So that's it for the temperature and saturation. Now let's add a style. So for doing that, again, click on this particular node and hit Alt plus S on your keyboard and name it style. So now for doing that, just simply go to the curves option over here and let's give it a S curve for a bit of contrast. And I also want this and I also want the shadows to be a bit more darker. For doing that, what you can do is just simply go to the loss icon over here. Now over here you will find shadows, midtones, high tones. Now over here you will find shadows, midtones, high tones and offsets. So over here you can pick that. So now for the shadows, what you can do is, so now for this particular video, I will just simply slide down the center dot of shadow a little bit so it won't make a big change. In order to see the difference, you can play around with the ring over here, as you can see. So now just simply increase the ring over here a little bit so you can see the difference. Now after that, let me show you how it looked. So this is the clip before the styling and this is the clip after the styling. You can see there is a whole lot of difference. So now we are done with the styling and now we are done. And now we are done. So now let me show you the before and after. So firstly, what we did is transform the original footage. Then we added exposure under that footage. Then we played around with the temperature and saturation. Then finally, we played around with style and completed the video and the color grading. So that's it for the color correction in Davinci Resolve. So thank you for watching and do like and subscribe to my channel and take